everyone, how is it going? It is your pal, Sal here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are finally continuing our Miley Cyrus discography journey. I'm really sorry, I apologize. I had intended for this video to go live last weekend, but just because of timing and things that were going on, you know, at home, here I am sitting here on a Thursday afternoon finally filming this. And I have a little update for just how this journey is going to go. So I made the decision to also include Miley Cyrus's 2 EPs, extended plays, if you will, because people were telling me that they were very important, that I should listen to them. And unlike a lot of the other artists I've done, her EPs are a little more treated like albums per se than, you know, some of the other artists I've done. So I figured, you know what, fine, we'll do some EPs too. So that includes The Time of Our Lives and She Is Coming. And so basically how it's going to work, you're going to get a new Miley Cyrus video every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday up until the release of her brand new studio album, Plastic Hearts. So there you have your update. Hopefully all goes well. This weekend might be a little fuzzy just because I'm filming these kind of last minute, and hopefully nothing gets blocked. But we'll see. Just pray, everybody. So anyway, we are here to talk about her second studio album, Breakout. I should give you guys an update on the first one, Meet Miley Cyrus, where it's sitting with me. I find that I gravitate, I believe there's 10 tracks on it total. I'm gravitating towards the first 5, and then the second half of the album, minus I Miss You, I'm not really loving per se, but I think that was kind of what my reaction was, kind of in a sense too. But just as an update, so you get that. But like I said, we're here to talk about her second studio album, which is called Breakout, which was released a year after the first on July 22nd of 2008. There were not 7 singles, there were 3 singles, which included the first single, 7 Things, which we know, you know, I know, we know it, which charted at number 9. The second single was a remix of See You Again, the Rock Mafia remix, which did not chart. Well, I guess if you take into account, you know, what See You Again charted at, you get the drift there. But, and the third single was Fly on the Wall, which charted at number 84. So, guys, I do know this, I don't know this album, but I do know the 2 big singles. Actually, technically I know all 3, because I know now the original version of See You Again. We'll get to each song as we detail it, you know, when we get to each one, but just so you know, I do know the singles of this, and I remember this era too. I think I remember this more specifically, this era, just because I think the music videos were always on TV, and it was a good time to be a Disney Channel fan, let's just say that. But anyways, I figured the best thing to do is get started. Oh, I forgot to say, because it's blocked right now. This album did chart on the Billboard 200 at, oh my god, I can't see it. I gotta pull it up. Number 1. So there we go. We got that. She got a number 1 album. We love a queen. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna get started with track number 1, Breakout, the title track. I feel that. Lazy. That uh-oh reminds me of the uh-oh GNO from Girls Night Out. I feel that. Okay, I don't believe I've heard this song before, but I'm kind of shocked that they didn't have it as a single, because this could have been a very strong single. It's a great opener to the album. It's a very, you know, I in a sense feel this, you know, being 24, dear God. But this makes me remind me, I'll never, you know, even when you're in college or something like that, you cannot wait until you get out of class and you know you're about to do something fun. Like, I always think specifically to my sophomore year. I had a close friend back then, Lily, and every time that not the bell would ring, but we get out of class, me and her, we would go to the store. I don't know, we didn't care, but we just got off of that freaking campus, and I felt we broke out of that horrible school I went to. But so I get that feeling, because that literally every day I felt like I was breaking out. But what I loved about this song is that it was very adult contemporary-ish. Like, this is something that maybe if they made it a little less, not, but since I'm relating to it at 24 years old, so I mean, maybe just a little more, slightly. We'll go with slight, more mature lyrics. It's very adult contemporary. There are parts of it that were reminding me of the Celine Dion song "Surprise, Surprise," which is a great song. You should go check it out. But there was just like an element to that I was making me think of it. And considering that came out in 2007, it's from the Taking Chances album. This is 2008. Very similar in the sound. I love that. I love her. Her voice. It sounds very hopeful, very energetic. It's a great opener to the album, and I'm mad I didn't know this one because I thought it was really sweet. And I did like it. I would enjoy hearing Miley sing this live. So I do like Breakout. Track number 2, a song I know, a song you know. This is 7 Things. Here we go. I forgot how much I love her vocals on this too. The speakiness.
I probably shouldn't say this, but at times I get so scared when I think about the previous relationship we shared.
Here it is. I love it. She says, "Stand it." Wait, hang on. Here we go. And now we're standing in the rain.
But nothing's ever gonna change
Until you're here.
my dear. The 7 things I hate about you. The 7 things I hate about you. Oh, you. You're a thing, you're a game, you're insecure. You love me like her. You make me laugh, you make me cry. I don't know which side to find. Your friends that are jerks when you act like that. Just know it is. I wanna be with the one I know. And the 7th thing I hate the most that you do. You make me love you. And compared to all the great things that would take too long to write, I probably should mention the 7 that I like. The 7 things I like about you. Your hair, your eyes, your whole divine.
We can't stop hypnotized.
You made me laugh, you made me cry, but I guess that's what I'll have to buy. Your hands in mine, the way that's fine. Everything's
I don't know these parts as well.
wanna be.
What can we say about 7 Things? I mean, it's such a good song. I mean, the lyrics are fun. I mean, we've all been there. We have this one person in our life where we're like, these are the 7 things I hate about you. You do all these things to me. But I love, one of my favorite parts about the song is then she's like, I probably should, since we're here and I'm taking you down, I probably should mention the 7 things that I do like. That was what, a 9? Here we go. 7! The 7 things I do like. And I remember this song. I remember seeing the video multiple times on the Disney Channel. I remember because it's got all the different girls on it. They're like, shh, and they're like, woo, partying. I loved this song when it came out. I think my dad actually, he used to be a DJ, and he would get like those promo only like CDs where like it had all the hits and stuff like that, and it was like exclusive to DJs. And I remember this was on it, and I remember he gave me a copy of it, and I like ripped it and I put it in my headphones, and I was like, oh my god, I love the 7 things. I mean, number 9 on the Hot 100, that's really good. I think, what was it? The other song, the lead, I think it was See You Again, didn't that was the highest charter on the first album. I think that was number 10, so fuzzy details, but I mean, this should have been a bigger hit. I mean, it's a top 10 single, so thank God, but it's so good. It's such a good song. I think it's universal. I mean, again, these lyrics, I wouldn't so far argue we're getting into mature territory, but I mean, compared to some of the other things that the Disney Channel stars were singing at this time, we're getting the rocky vibe. Now, granted, in 2007, 2008, that wasn't out of the ordinary, but we can definitely tell Miley she was very comfortable in this area and the rockier stuff. And it's, come on, guys. I mean, it's that good of a song. It's just so good. I don't see how you can look back on it and be like, oh, it's not as good as I remembered it being. Which, you know, we've all been there. We've been there, but no. Not this one. This is amazing. I'll listen to it every day. Well, maybe not every day, but I'll listen to it anytime that it's given my way. I wouldn't skip it. I'd be like, 7 things! So I do love it. Track number 3, which has a really interesting title. It's called The Driveway. So.
After 12, not so well. Won't pretend it's too soon to tell what's around this bend. You down again. You know nothing hurts like losing when you know it's really gone. Except for the pain of choosing to play.
love those vocals. The driveway. This part right here, that almost reminded me of Kelly Clarkson's Just Missed the Train, like a part of it. Hang on. Oh, I love that vocal. Okay, at first I really was not feeling this one. I was just kind of like, it's fine, it's whatever. But the one thing that was really getting me with this is that her vocals were really good on here. I forgot the exact part about it. I'm sure I pointed it out when I edited this. But there was a point where I really liked her vocal on one of the sayings of this song. And again, I was thinking that that the sound and the ambiance of it was a lot more mature than I was expecting. Lyrically, I felt like this was kind of, to me, a little more childish. But I'm also like, you know what? Again, this is also very universal. We've all been there where, like, you know, we had a bad date, necessarily. It seems like they've been going through this a lot, and they met up, or he dropped her off at home. I'm not sure, but that's it. That's the end. This ends at the driveway. I'm never seeing you again, bitch. So that's really interesting. I was feeling this one in my soul. Again, this one also kind of reminded me, like, there were some weird elements that reminded me of Surprise Surprise by Celine Dion. I don't know why I've heard that twice now, but maybe it's just because I'm crazy. But also, there was a point here where again, I said it reminded me of Just Missed the Train by Kelly Clarkson, and I was like, this is rather interesting. So, wasn't this my favorite fully at first listen? No. But I would be interested to go through this a couple more times and listen to this song, because I feel like this one's a really good, and it just needs to fully pop out for me. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Time will only tell. So guys, I lied to you in the beginning of this video. I said I knew all 3 of the singles and nothing else. Well, this next track, we're on track number 4, is a cover of Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. And I have heard this cover by Miley before. I don't know why I did. I think I was just like, going through YouTube all your life, you're bound to go down the rabbit hole somewhere and see some things. Not that this is like weird to see, but I have heard this cover before, and I do remember I like it. I do love me a good 80s, like Disney person 80s cover. So anyway, here we go. This is Girls Just Wanna Have Fun, the Miley Cyrus take. It's nice because I'm going to know all the lyrics to this too. Oh, thank God.
I come home in the morning like my mother says, when you're gonna live your life right. Oh, mother dear, we're not the 4 Chinese ones. And girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. That's all they really want. It's some fun. When the working day is done, oh, girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
Okay, before I get started and just saying what I think, I should say I remember that I said kind of a wrong thing just now. I said this was a cover of Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Wanna Have Fun, and in essence, yes it is. But as we all know, Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Wanna Have Fun is technically a cover as well too by some guy. I honestly don't know who he is, but I know my knowledge, don't just so you know. But anyways, I think this is a nice fun cover of the song. It's a nice fun, would I argue it really changes it? No, but it's a nice 2008 retooling of the song, and I think it works. It's fun. Miley's vocals sound great, and I think it's a nicely done cover. You know what I mean? One of my favorite covers, like an 80s classic, done like by our Disney stars, is the Hilary Duff and Haley Duff version of Material Girl from the film Material Girls. Loves it. So just a reference, but I do like this cover. I think it's really good, and I'll probably listen to it a few more times now that I'm learning the scheme of this album. Track number 5, Full Circle. So here we go. Okay.
I've been in a rut, back and forth enough, heart like a wheel.
Heart like a wheel.
Without you around, so I keep on coming back. Full circle and I can't jump the track. Can't let you go. Tied to one, so I keep on coming back. Full circle 'cause I know you'll come around.
I couldn't shake the feeling that this song sounded somewhat familiar, and I don't know what it reminds me of, but I feel like I just don't. The chorus is really pretty. I think so far this might be my least. I think so far this is probably my least favorite song so far because this reminded me of something like so close to something else, and I'm like, I've heard this before. Like I feel like I don't know. I love it lyrically. I thought it was really sweet. I love when she called her heart the keeps going, or heart keeps going full circle. We're all going full circle. I liked that. I thought it was really cute. So in a sense, yeah, it's technically my least favorite track, but I still did like it. So I'm gonna put a little like next to it because I will be curious to listen to this one a few more times because I think it had this could have done well on the radio. I really do think so because it was. I don't know. We're gonna give this one again a few more listens and see what I think. All right, guys, here it is. Track number 6. We have "Fly on the Wall." Let's do it. Fly on the wall. Fly on the wall. What I say is, come a little closer.
And what I'm gonna say is, don't you?
Fly on the Wall was from day one a bop. Here we are. How many? What? I don't even know what year. 2008. Over 10 years later, it's still a bop. I remember the music video on Disney Channel. It was great then. I haven't seen it. I really, honestly, what happens in it? But I do remember seeing it. I know that much. I love it. The theatricality of the fly on the wall. It's just, I mean, come on. And what shocks me again is that this only charted at number 84. And I'm like, I heard this song all the damn time, so I don't understand that. It's so good. I mean, what can I say that hasn't really truly already been said about this one? I mean, I know you like it. Obviously, do I prefer 7 Things to this? Yes. But it's still a great single. I mean, come on. It is that bitch. And I mean, I love it. This is honestly to me the most, even though there's nothing, like literally to me, nothing sexual about this song, this is maybe in a sense a little more of the most so far sexually charged Miley song that we're getting so far out of everything. I mean, maybe Let's Dance a little bit is a little sexually promiscuous, but this one, I could see it. Track number 7, Bottom of the Ocean. So here we go. Oh, we're getting a ballad. Okay. I'm here for a Miley ballad. Hang on. I like this instrumental.
And I smile, am I crazy?
You're not, Miley. You're not.
You, baby. It was real, it was right, but it burned too hot to survive. All that's left is all these ashes. Ready to let go. I don't know. Had to lose you. Now you just become like everything I'll never find again. At the bottom of the ocean. Da-da-do, da-da-do-do, da-da-do, da-da-do-do, da-da-do, da-da-do-do. At the bottom of the ocean. This is it.
She's speaking.
Let go.
Let go.
Breathe. You don't have to love me for me to baby ever understand. Just know I love the time that we both had, and I don't ever wanna see you sad. Da-da-do, da-da-do. Be happy.
And hear the ocean. Okay, this song was a little odd. It was not what I thought it would be. but I think that's what makes it kind of cool. So this is not your standard ballad per se. What I realized is that there really is kind of no chorus to this song. I mean, there kind of is, but also there kind of isn't. So this is very dependent on the verses. And the verses I liked, and the non-existent chorus I really didn't. And usually I'm like, I love the chorus and I hated the verses. This I really did like the verses. I love the meaning behind it. It's like you're now with everything I've lost. You're at the bottom of the ocean. You ain't ever getting, trust me, you ain't getting anything back from the bottom of the ocean. So it's just like, that's sad. This one's really sad. I liked her little speaking moments. I think as a whole, the song is I wouldn't even go with messy, but just a little disjointed. But I think that's part of its charm. And I think because of that is why I would listen to it again, is because I was like, this is not what I was expecting. And I wasn't like, well, this is not great how it is, you know what I mean? So I'm like in the middle with this. I feel like a couple others I was like that. I'm like, you know what, I think this isn't what I thought it was gonna be, but okay, it's cool. So I don't think it's a perfect song by any stretch of the imagination, but it left me with enough to be curious enough to listen to it again, and I think that's a good thing. Track number 8, Wake Up America, a title that is just, who would have guessed over 10 years later, still completely relevant. So here we go, let's see what she has to say.
Several moments of your consideration leading up to the final destination. Oh, the earth is calling out. We're all in this together. It's our home, so let's take care of it. You know that you want to, you know that you got to. Wake up, America. Come on. Wake up, America. We're all in this together. It's our home, so let's take care of it. I know that you don't want to hear it, especially coming from someone so young.
It's like, I'm young, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so this song is clearly about global warming. Maybe not necessarily like I thought it would be, but it doesn't I guess it does. I think every music is always open to interpretation. The global warming stuff is a little hard for me to get past to be like, this is so relevant today, even though it could be, depending on how you take it. I liked this song. I thought it was well done, but I don't think this should have been on the album. This just screams like a promo charity single, which, you know, fine, cool, whatever. But I feel like, you know, it depends on how you want to take it. It really, truly does. Because I could be like, well, this is really cool that she's, you know, being a badass bitch and putting this on her album, which is true in a sense. But I don't know. This one just feels a little too... But it's weird though, because I looked up the Wikipedia page and there's no thing for it, so I can't look it up. But Miley did have a hand in, well, she wrote every song, right? No, almost every song on this album except for Breakout, obviously Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and a song that's coming up later. So she had a hand in writing this, and I think it's cool where she's like, I know you don't want to hear this from someone who's so young, but tough, you know, tough. You're gonna have to hear it from me. So I don't know. I'm torn on if I like this. I mean, it's like I like it, but I'm like, did I need it on the album? You know, it really depends on how you want to take it with this one, because there's nothing truly wrong with it. It just really depends on you, on how you feel. I'm curious, what do you guys think? Should this still be on the album, or do you think they should have just been like charity for the children, for the environment, I should say? I guess it could, you know, translate very easily, I guess, today. Really, again, this one's open to a lot of interpretation. Did I love it? No. But would I listen to it again? Yeah, it's on the album. I'll listen to this a few more times. We'll see. Track number 9 has a very dramatic title, These Four Walls. So here we go. Ballad? Okay, here we go. I love a guitar. Miley and her guitar.
They whisper to me.
What I'm loving so far is that these vocals seem very raw, like they didn't do anything to them. Because we all know no matter who you are, when you record your vocals, they do a little something, you know, to them, which is fine. I'm not saying anything bad. Nothing bad, but you know the drift. And these feel like very like unpolished, but right, you know, in a sense too. So I'm going to keep it going.
They know a secret. Must have been something sent me out of my head with the words so radical and not what I meant. 'Cause these four walls were not strong enough. Whoa, out of my head with the words so radical and not what I meant. Must have been something sent me out of my head.
Oh, that was good. As I said earlier, the vocals on this song were absolutely lovely. I loved how about, I love in the lyrics where she was talking about like how these four walls felt safe with the person or I don't think her parents divorced at this stage of the game. I don't, because that was kind of the vibe I was getting, but then I don't think that was it. I don't know. Again, I could be wrong. Whatever. But the person that she was in this house with, how the four walls, they came tumbling down. But then even still when she was still there alone, the four walls felt so lonely and stuff like that. And it was like, oh my God, tugging at my heartstrings, Miss Cyrus. And oh, like I said, her vocals were incredible. And what I loved is that this song at first, it was reminding me specifically of two Kelly Clarkson songs. We love Kel! And first it was kind of reminding me a little bit of the Don't You Wanna Stay with Jason Aldean song, which then again kind of faded out really quickly. But this song reminds me a lot of Kelly Clarkson's Low from her, I think that's from her first album, and then obviously, Don't You Wanna Stay is from Stronger. But, I was here for that. I like this. I'm going to put a light next to that. That was a beautiful piece. I wonder, did she ever do this live? I feel like that would have done really well live. Because I believe, did she tour for this album? Because I think this was right on the heels of the, yeah, it looks like this was also like done during her Best of Both Worlds tour. Fun fact, this was mentioned to me last week, that like, I'm shocked you didn't like know those other songs. They were done on the Best of Both Worlds tour. And I'm like, huh. I used to own the Best of Both Worlds tour DVD. In fact, guys, guess what? Because of this show, there's a thrift store that's like right down the street from me. And for like 2 years now, they've had the Blu-ray copy of the Best of Both Worlds concert. And I've never bought it. It was only $3, but I was just like, I don't need it. And then because I'm doing this, I was like, well, I'll go there this weekend and see if it's there. And sure enough, it was there. So now I own it. So I'll rewatch that. But I did watch it when it came out. So yeah, but it's like she doesn't do these songs either on here. So I don't know. You know what? I might as well just type this in online. 4 Walls Miley Cyrus live. So 4 Walls Miley Cyrus. I gotta add the live after that. Okay, here we go. Did she do it live? She did. So good job, Miley. I bet that one's really pretty live. So sorry for all the talking there, but just so you know, I'll watch that eventually one day. We'll see. It'll be fun. Track number 10 is quite literally a simple song because it's called Simple Song. And I love that title. So here we go. This is, again, track number 10. Oh, so far, very simple. Maybe not.
It's down, it's all up in my face. Need to push it away, somebody push it away. So all that I can hear
Oh, that's lovely. Simple.
is a simple song.
Aw.
Sing along now. La 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 la.
Oh, she wants me to sing?
La 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 la.
I gotta figure it out first. La 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 la. Oh, there's an extra ah. La la la.
Midday sun beating on the concrete, burning at my feet. Too many cars on the street.
Oh.
Is a simple song. La 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 la. La 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 la.
I like that.
La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey! So all that I can hear
Oh, that's pretty.
is a simple song. Sing along now. La 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 la. La 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 la.
This song, I think this might so far actually be my standout of the of the album, because I feel this one in my soul. So what the basic gist of the song is that we live in a world, in a sentence there too, and even though I do love it, I do love my pop music, so I'm not downing it, don't you worry. But where music is so big, well, actually, this does not translate till now, because music is just sad now. It's sad and not big. And we can get overwhelmed with the believes of the world, or the womanizers of the world, like those. And I do love those songs. Don't get me. So you get, just so you know. But sometimes you just want to strip all that back, take away that music, and just put on a simple song. One of my favorite, I love acoustic albums, or stripped down albums. Like one of my favorite albums to listen to, where I'm feeling just a little stripped back, is you can't. Where is she on the wall? Can she be seen? She's right here, but you can't see her. Laura Fabian has an album called All the Women I Am, and it's just stripped back piano only versions of her not her hits, but of classic songs by women. And so that's one I love. I know I'm probably missing a couple of other songs. But you know what I mean? Where you just want to take it all back and just relax, go back to the music, you know what I mean? Go back to what music is truly about. I would say even maybe if I listen to you should listen to the Sarah Brightman album, where it's just stripped again, but again, still very heavy production. But you get the drift, I feel like we've all been there. Sometimes I miss, because I've said on here before, I went to school I got a degree in a BFA, if you will, in musical theater. And sometimes I miss just being able to sit and sing with a piano, because I haven't really gotten the chance to do that in a long time, especially with the world that we're living in right now. So I do love that. Or even even when artists do acoustic or stripped back versions of their songs, of everyone I've seen right here, I have the Britney Jean poster, and I love the Dreaming remix of Perfume, because it's completely stripped back and you just really experience Britney's vocals. And I do believe on that track, those are Britney's vocals, not that, whatever her name is. We all know the tales behind Britney Jean, but I'm pretty positive Perfume is mostly Britney's vocals. But I get this. I love this. I thought it was really pretty. A very smart song. Despite being a simple song, this is probably one of the smartest songs I've heard by Miley, so I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think it's my standout track so far. Track number 11, this is Goodbye, and this is also technically the final track of the standard edition. We'll talk about that in a second after we finish this, but here we go. This is Goodbye.
My mind, since I woke up today. Look at your photograph all the time.
Those are nice low vocals.
These memories come back to life. I still feel it on my lips. The time that you did went down again. A memory I wanna put down is goodbye. Used to feel it on your lips. The time that you tell to me with no music. You remember the simple things. Saying goodbye.
This was another standout track for me. I thought her vocals, I love how they transition from being rather higher to the lower, more breathy stuff. I thought that was very beautiful. Lyrically, I felt this one. I've been here. What she's saying, it just translates so well to me. The fact that because there are situations in my life where I think about this one specific person where if I could go back in time, I would change everything. And one of those things I would change is the point and how and where and when we said goodbye. Wow. Whoa. This was very mature beyond her years. I mean, maybe not, it really depends. Everybody's a different person, but I really, 24 years old, feeling this right here, right now. I think it's a great closer to the album. I love it. I thought it was, I really thought, has she done this one live? Because I need to know. And She did. It looks like, yeah, maybe twice it looks like. No, because one's a music video. But there's like, from what is popping up on YouTube, it's this video. It's called Goodbye, Miley Cyrus Foxwoods at MGM Grand. It looks like a shitty cell phone video from back in the day. Back in the day, back in the day. Maybe one day I'll check that out. But I loved this. I thought it was great. And this was a standout. Okay, so we are officially on to bonus tracks. The standard edition of the album ends with a remix of "See You Again," and I've been pondering on if was gonna react to it, but I already listened to it. I like it, and I've made my remixes on my thoughts on remixes on this channel clear. I'm not really a huge fan of remixes. I never really seek them out. So, I mean, what's the point of me sitting here and being like, I love "See You Again"? You know, we heard it again. Yeah, so you get. I'm just gonna skip it because we know what it's about. It's cool. It's great. I'll check out the remix when I put this on my phone and I start putting it on shuffle and listening to it all the way through. I'll do it then. But to react to it, I don't think there's really a point to that. So we're just gonna skip that. And then there was a quote unquote, well, actually not quote unquote. It's what it was called, the Platinum Edition of Breakout that included. Four bonus tracks. However, two of them are new songs, and the other two are just remixes of 7 things. So we're not gonna check those out, but we're gonna check out the two remixes, or not the two. We're not checking out the remixes. We're checking out the 2 other tracks that include now. So this is technically track number 13, "Hovering." So here we go, "Hovering."
Sometimes I wonder if everything changed, how would it be? Hovering, hovering, hovering.
This sounds familiar.
Troubling, stumbling, troubling, stumbling, fumbling for the words to say that I'm leaving you, leaving you.
Okay, I didn't dislike this, so I'm gonna put a like next to it. I feel like the verses I didn't really care about, but that chorus, the hovering, ba-ba-dum, hovering, that was fun. I had a fun time listening to it, and at only 2 minutes and 29 seconds, how mad can I be? Do I think maybe it could have been slotted onto the regular version? I think so. This feels like an album track to me. Like, I wouldn't make this a single, but I was thinking so far, I'm like, you know, I wouldn't have hated the idea of cutting out "Wake Up America" and slotting in "Hovering" in its place. I think that could have worked out, maybe. I don't know, just a thought. But just as a question, who are those backing vocalist is very prevalent in this song. And I was like, I wonder if that's the Jonas Brothers or one of the Jonas, I don't know, I mean, Kevin, Nick, and okay, so I know him. But, but it also felt a little, maybe not, I don't know, because I know that she's worked with them in the past. So I don't know if that was them or not. Because, I mean, I couldn't find anything listed, but you never know. It might be. I don't think it fully sounded like... I don't know. You'll let me know in the comments below. But I didn't dislike this. Did I love it? No. But the hovering! That was fun. Track number 14, the final track. This is "Someday." I hope it's a cover of Mariah Carey's "Someday," but I don't think it is. But here we go.
Someday, 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 oh, someday, someday, someday.
The backing vocalists are prevalent here again. This sounds like a demo right now.
No boy can find me easy, boy. You, boy, I know somewhere you exist. Someday,
Someday, someday.
I'm gonna find you.
Okay, so that was "Someday," and I'm gonna put a like next to it because I really did actually like it. The "someday, someday," and lyrically it's really simple. It's just like, one day I'm gonna find the one. Like, it's very blatant. It's gonna happen one day. Why worry about the day when it's gonna happen? Because I do know it'll happen. Just someday it'll happen. The backing vocalists again were really prevalent. I don't think this is the Jonas Brothers now, in this one at least. But you never know. But the thing is that I am content with this being a bonus track because I think that it's just maybe like an outtake of the sessions, and I'm happy I heard it, but I didn't need it on the album. But I stick with what I'm saying about maybe slotting "Hovering" in. But this I'm fine as a bonus track. It's good, but and it deserved to be heard, but you know, it's nothing, you know, all that special, you know what I mean? But I did like it. I would listen to it a few more times. Okay, guys, that is it. We have finished Miley Cyrus's second studio album, Breakout. And I'm happy that it took me, I'm not happy that it took me this long, but so this came out in 2008, so if we add to 18, 19, 20. So this album just celebrated this summer its 12th birthday. So, that's not even really that old when you think about it. Eternally 12, as Mariah Carey always says. This album is actually it's not even like you can really say a major improvement because the first album's fine, but this album is definitely a huge improvement over her first album. I feel like there are absolutely no duds, even though I would argue her first album really doesn't have any duds too, but it just, now I feel like listening to this, it puts that album in a different perspective for me, where I'm like, okay, we really are getting a little more effort here, and I feel like the songs are more mature, and I feel like everything is just really well done here. So there's a total of, so if we don't count the remixes and all that, there's 11, 12, 13 new songs on here. And out of all of them, I only disliked one, and that was Wake Up America. And that's just because I was kind of like, this just is like, I would like this out and maybe put some, and again, slot in Hovering. But here's the thing, as I said, I didn't really dislike Wake Up America. I just was like, this is just too, that one was the most Disney Channel one to me. But take it, I'm curious as to what people think of that song, just a curiosity. But I'd say my standouts for this album were most definitely Simple Song and Goodbye. These Four Walls, I might need to take a little more time to fully get into it lyrically. Bottom of the Ocean is disjointed, but pretty cool, I gotta say. And Breakout, everything on here is really, really good, and I'm excited to listen to this one a little more. I have a huge feeling that repeat listens of this album are gonna warrant more than I say her first album. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed what I heard. I was very impressed with her material, and granted, this was only a year after the first album, so I feel like we got miles above and in material on here. I feel like this is really good. I love some of her vocals on here. Her voice is just easily heard in the mix, which is something that I always don't necessarily get out of some singers' albums. And I appreciate that, especially with her being so young and this being, what record company is this that she was with here? Let me just pull it up because I'm just curious. So Hollywood. Now Hollywood is the one, they're connected with Disney, right? Disney and Hollywood Records. Yeah, they're literally, it says parent company, Disney Music Group. So this is very much under the control of the Disney machine. Now my curiosity is with this EP that comes next, The Time of Our Lives. Who is it with? Oh, it's still with Hollywood. Well, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. But I'm very content with this. I feel it's a really good album. In a sense, if I were Miley, I would almost want to say that this was my first album. Because even though the first one, it sucks that it's packaged with Hannah Montana 2, that it's connected with that. And this is the first thing that's kind of its own thing. But I am excited to listen to this one a few more times. There was some great material, and it shows like a lot of promise in her. And we don't really get this rock sound. I mean, maybe with what are the two songs I do know of Can't Be Tamed. But we don't really get this more rocky edge. Because I know with Time of Our Lives, with the lead single, Party in the USA, we went pop, pop. And then again, I guess, it Can't Be Tamed is a little more poppy, but, we get, we'll see as we go on this journey. But, I feel like she's at home in this material, and I wouldn't be shocked if the material from this album is the stuff that she doesn't mind going back to. Maybe some of the album tracks on here, because I feel like they're really well done, especially with her being so young. It's kind of shocking. So what do you guys think of Breakout? Let me know in the comments below, because again, I'm always curious. So I'm just curious as to where people put this in their love. But definitely this is miles above the first one, even though again, I don't think the first one's all that bad. But this is really good. So don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Salvador J. Rocha. You can follow me at Twitter at Sal Says Stuff. And again, let me know what you think below, as always. Thank you guys so much for watching, as I always end on a pun. What do I want to say? I would say, oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to do this. This album was comprised of definitely more than simple songs, but I really enjoyed it. I just had a little fun, and it's now time to say goodbye. Bye, guys. I'll see you later.